Alright guys, welcome to the Media Hijack Podcast. I'm your host, Billy Walters, and joining me is Chris, Unholy Jesus.
Hey, happy Tuesday, guys. Hope you guys had a good 4th of July. Oh, shit.
Mine was lackluster.
Really? You didn't do anything?
I was working, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's Monday.
It was mandatory, though. I couldn't even take off. It was one of those days where...
All hands on deck.
Because they're doing some Peachtree Road Race. So they needed all these devices to be working. And they were scared that it might go down. And I was like, fuck, I'm not going to try to fix these shit while there's a crowd. Like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
You guys open the gates up.
You put me at risk, man. Just let them in. Shit.
50,000 people. I don't know. I didn't see them, though. I was hiding.
Oh, good man.
I was like, hey. Yeah.
Let the city fend for itself.
Nothing's burning, right?
Let the city fend for itself.
Yeah, I was like, you guys got this. I had a good day, though.
Good. Yeah. I didn't do much either. I just saw the fam, did a little barbecue and stuff, and I went home and took a nap after that. It was too hot for me. I can't be honest.
Good old barbecue. Man, like my family, they did it on Sunday. And I told them, like, why did you guys do it on a Monday? And then my mom was like, well, everybody worked the next day. I was like, yeah, but it's 4th of July on Monday.
Yeah, not Sunday.
Yeah, so I missed out on that. Because I got out so late on Sunday.
Oh, got that busy at work?
Yeah. It's because of the whole people in town and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard weekend was crazy as shit traveling for people and whatnot. I try to avoid all that shit. I just stayed away from it.
Yep. All right, moving on.
Yeah.
So the main topic for tonight, we're going to be talking about Cern and what they did today, actually, where they got the Hadron Collider up, and then they did their third collision in the last, I think, 4 or 5 years was the last one.
Yeah, they flipped on the switch today. It's like only the third time they've turned this damn thing on.
So they were smashing atoms.
Yes.
Live, on stream. Me and Chris was watching it live.
And it's happening all at light speed of them smashing these particles together.
Yeah, it's not like one of those things where you watch where you can actually see something happening. It was just one of those things where we were waiting for the scientists to confirm that they did the collision and they're able to detect, like, whatever happened.
Yeah.
Because now, like, the collision is over. Now they're going to take that data and they're going to analyze it for the next few years and see what they got.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we created a few black holes and
a baby universe in the palm of our hands.
We actually shifted into a different universe right now where in Star Wars he says, Luke, I am your father now. We're kind of back to our old reality.
We might be, though, unless we're living in two realities at the same time now. Like you said
I think we're living in a dual reality right now.
Reality. It's the best of both, I guess, or the worst of both. Existing in this.
Because the Star Wars movie went back to normal.
Yes.
But the Bernstein Bears is still not.
Still the same thing, yeah.
It's still spelled Bernstein.
Bernstein.
Yeah. So that was interesting. That was the first thing I looked up.
Oh, yeah. Because I was following them on Twitter, the Cern's Twitter page the other day, and I was just reading the comments, and people were like, just saying, please don't kill us, or for the love of God.
Just don't kill us.
That's like one comment I was like, for the love of God, I hope you guys get this right, because like y'all shouldn't be messing with this stuff.
Yeah, because the scientists look all happy. Like, none of them look worried
Nobody
at all.
looks scared. It's almost, I don't know.
Like, you guys know you're shooting like two proton beams smashing each other like faster than the speed of light, or is it almost like the speed of light, right?
I thought it was the speed of light at the speed those particles are moving.
Wouldn't you be fucking nervous being in that area, knowing that you could completely put a hole in the damn earth?
Honestly, no, I wouldn't be nervous, because if it happens,
it better be quick.
It's gonna be quick as fuck.
Yeah.
But me living over here in America, like watching it live on TV, I'm like, oh my God, the earth is eating itself. It's just getting sucked inward.
You see the trickle waves and
shit. I'm like, I don't want to see it. Just let me ground zero.
I was imagining, like, when they did the Hadron Collider thing this morning, I was just imagining, like, the lights flickering and shit. I was
me too.
That'd be so cool.
I was thinking, like, almost, what's that movie, Don't Look Up, when the big-ass meteors come at the end?
Yeah.
Like, and people just sitting around the table, like, holding hands. I was like, oh, that's going to be me.
Eating mash and shit.
I was just sitting in bed, though, when it was going down, so if I'm going to die, I'm going to die in bed. Fuck that.
I was watching it live outside.
He's watching the sky.
Looking at the sky. Looking to see if there's any weird cloud formations.
Or what if you saw like a flock of birds just stop in midair? You're like, what the fuck is happening?
That is wild. You know what else is special about today? Maybe not special, but today actually marks the day of Amazon being founded back in whatever year. Today is the day that Bezos opened up.
2002.
I guess, but today is the anniversary of anniversary of Amazon.
I remember when it was just a book company.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I was like, I was on them back then, and then they started evolving with the Kindle, I think, and because I used to go to Barnes & Noble a whole lot, and they used to have Kindles up front, and shit like, hey, buy a Kindle. I'm like, oh, you're a little expensive for me.
Slap.
I don't have a job yet. But damn, holy shit.
Sable says it needs to restart the crypto. It needs to go way back.
Do it way before all this.
Take Bitcoin to $1 again. That's when all the shit's fucked up. That's when it's not worth nothing no more.
Back to square one. Okay.
Look up Astoria Borelius. I thought the world was ending. What is that?
This sounds familiar. I just heard the name of our story. I looked up. I don't know. Oh, that sounds familiar as shit. Okay. When we get started with the Cern stuff, or
oh, you got some small stories?
Whoa!
Let me do a small story real quick. You know Elon, right? Elon, he went dark for like over almost like 2 weeks on Twitter. He didn't say nothing. And then, when he gets back on Twitter, guess what he posted?
What?
Him and the Pope at the Vatican with his kids.
Elon's kids?
Yeah. Like there's a picture of Elon standing next to the Pope, and then Elon kids like on the left side of the Pope. And I looked at that picture and I was like, okay, so Elon went quiet for almost 2 weeks, and then his picture shows up with him and the Pope.
Just for some PR shit, like trying to.
You know what I think happened?
What?
He got compromised. We lost Elon.
To who? To the Vatican?
To the world.
To the Vatican?
Yeah, they took his soul.
Wow, that's why he's there.
Yeah.
What the hell? That's a huge jump.
They took Elon because Elon was too dangerous. So I was like, this is the weirdest shit I ever seen. And then he shows up at the Vatican. So I was like, that's it. It's like we lost Elon, man. We lost like the last guy, our last big billionaire that was supposed to save humanity. Now watch him do all this weird shit now with his companies. Because he got the new narrative now.
I remember you saying that before too. Before he even showed up at the Vatican, I think it was like a couple months ago. You said like, "Hey, something's off." He's like, "Something's off with Elon," or something like. I think somewhere around the lines of that.
Well, I think he would have been straight until if big power got a hold of him. That's it. Yeah, I think they cloned him, man. he got cloned, dude. I was telling Bob that I was like, man, we lost Elon. Like he was like our last guy. Like in our generation, where we're gonna see like a person like that in our generation again. I was like, oh shit. If we lost Elon, then don't have kids, because your kids, they're gonna have a rough life, man. When they grow up, it's gonna be under some crazy ass new rule.
So was this the other day? Like was this like
recent? This just happened recent, like a few days ago. So everybody was like, what the fuck? So Elon, he stopped Twitter, then he shows up at the Vatican. So I was like, oh. Everybody was like, oh shit, something's wrong.
Sale says we lost Eli. He cloned out. He cloned out. Quavo says what do you say? It keeps moving. It says, come on, he's our class enemy. Interesting take. He's like one of the elitists, the rich people.
I mean, he is rich, but he's doing like a lot of stuff to help us, like in the future,
Shock says,
you know about the little houses that he's building, like the companies that's building those small houses?
Yeah.
You know about that?
No. I was saying,
like these box houses where they can easily make it, and then like if you have like you can buy a whole house for like $30,000-$40,000, and then they would ship the house out. They would drive to the location, then unfold the house like a box, and then you can. I
think I've seen that before.
And then you can add on to the house if you want. It's like a Lego style, like if you want a new place to read books, you can make add a separate room.
I don't know if I've seen that design or I've seen a toy do something similar to that before, where it's like a truck and you can just lay it out into
the idea
some type of foundation or some shit.
The idea is like that. It's something simple to where you can buy a house and then they can pull it all up in one day and get you up and running. So it's doing the affordable housing stuff for people with lower income, but it's still like a legit house. That shit looks cool as shit, like futuristic. And he lives in one of those.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm like,
So, so when you're ready to move, you just be like, box it
Yeah.
up and.
I guess that's like the idea, like mobile, like
Yeah, like a mobile home.
if
Right?
you can like, you know, fold your house, you can fold it back in.
Oh, dude, I'm actually considering looking for a mobile home like next year. Honestly,
Yeah, it looks cool as shit.
I'm
and,
considering it.
Yeah, he's doing like a lot of shit to help people, but then he always, for some reason, people just look at all the negative stuff. Like, I mean, come on, like,
I know he's done some weird shit too. Where I was like,
who hasn't though? Like, come on.
with times with him, I'm like, why is he doing this? And then I'm like, okay, you know what? It is what it is with him.
You know, he's still a human, but behind all that, like, he is actually trying to help everybody out. You know. That's why I was like, that might be like the last dude that could help humanity actually sustain like how we're living now. Because if we keep going at this pace, we're not gonna make it that far, man. Because we're like destroying all this shit, but we're not replenishing nothing back. So it's like we forgot our ways. Like we forgot how to do shit.
I mean, yeah, too. But I also see there's another aspect too where some people would say it's more people on his level that's kind of ruining things, and it's not so much the rest of us. I can see there's an argument to be had though on the discussion of that, but
yeah, he is just one person, but at least he's doing something. Not like what other billionaires are doing stuff like that.
Shell Shock says Elon's trying to dodge all the skeletons in his closet. Yeah, that shit. What was up with I remember hearing that shit about him on a plane or something with some lady. Did you hear about that?
They probably all got skeletons, man. All of them, all the big rich people. It's just he's like the brightest light. So of course they're gonna try to pull out
knock him down a notch.
shit. Yeah, like come on.
Kitty Long in the chat says, I'm sorry, I'm skipping around you guys. Says, Vatican has the biggest observatories in the world after Pope Paul II. They started expanding their science department. There is one giant observatory on every continent. I believe that shit. They know something about space too.
Yeah, they have like
they know something about space.
They have like a really big one, like in Hawaii,
Mm-hmm.
and then they also have like a big telescope like out here in the States. I forgot which state it was.
Oh, the Hawaii one's Vatican too?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I know what you're talking about too.
And then one out here, the one out here was named like Lucifer.
That's right.
Really big telescope.
Yeah, the big ass one.
And then you see the little sign that says, "Hey, property of the Vatican."
Ah, damn.
Excuse me.
Damn. So what's the fascination with space then? Is that I'm assuming they invested money into these damn telescopes.
Yeah,
what are they looking for? Like what?
They're trying to bring their people here.
Their people?
That's how easy I said that.
Yeah, it's smooth.
They're like, wait a minute.
They're trying to bring their people
They're like,
over.
we're not trying to get off this planet. We're trying to bring them here. That's why they're warming the earth up, because
that's how they survive. And
they're people like warmer environments. That's why we got global climate right now.
They set it up for them.
They've been doing this for so many years now. You know, like we got to warm the planet up so our people can come live here.
Because it's very similar to the conditions from our home world.
Yeah,
the terraforming. That's the name of it.
Yeah.
The terraforming the planet.
Look. So let's say they already own all the media. They already control all that shit, right? So you see how they're pushing all this like weird stuff, like with the trans people and stuff, trying to make it like a normal thing. I'm not saying not normal, but they're making it more into like a normal thing, to where if you say anything against it, you will get flagged, you will get canceled and everything, right?
Yeah.
So let's say like they're only doing that to get us ready to accept like new visitors, right? Who are completely different.
Okay, I said this is like the simulation.
Okay, yeah.
The simulation for the
when they
the
come,
actual event when they show up.
Like, they all got 4 arms. Like, yeah, if you make fun of him, like, you're gonna get canceled for making fun of our boy Goral.
We've already set the rules of this world now. So
you guys should be used to these weird things that's happening.
Don't make fun of nobody.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was thinking. Like they're preparing us, man. They're getting us mentally prepared for when like weird stuff start happening, when they start walking among us. It's cool. If I saw them walking among us now, I'd be so cool with that shit. Like I mean,
it depends on what they look like. Let's be honest. I mean, and like they can look scary, but if they're nice, I'm like, okay, they're nice, but they look horrifying. I got to get used to it.
So
because what if it's got
so you still got some walls up,
like 3 rows of teeth? I would be like, okay,
I would accept them how they are. I wouldn't care.
And what if you had a friend that was a female and then that came from this world and was like, will you marry me, Billy? And you'd be like,
If I like her,
I'll be like, hey, you know what?
hey, if
Holds on. He's like, mouth to mouth, man. Mouth to mouth.
69, if that's cool. She cool with that?
You good?
Oh, and she has a dick too. Oh, cool.
You know, we'll figure this out. You know?
Yeah. That's normal now, right?
We here.
They got both parts. That's cool. Says the Vatican is looking for a white Jesus. Katie says the
Good
real
luck.
question I always had is what was seen in the 90s for Pope Paul II to start looking up there.
Probably that, what was that? That Heaven's Gate cult? Maybe he's looking for that damn...
They know there's something out there.
That damn comet
Yeah.
again. I don't know.
There's definitely something out there that exists because now they're open to the idea that extraterrestrial beings are out there now. Instead of saying, oh no, this is all it. This is all it, guys. It's just us.
Yeah.
So they're open up to the idea now. They're going to have to rewrite all these little religions that they made up for all this whole time.
Just have to like,
Religion is just a bunch of stories that happened. Weird shit that happened a long time ago, all compiled into
one epic tale.
a fun story.
A fun adventure for the family.
Mhm. Like who knows like how crazy these people were like in the Bible, but you know the way they tell their story, they're like, oh, these guys are all saints.
Shell Shock says he saw Korean Jesus.
That buff ass Jesus. Buff Jesus.
Buff Jesus.
Buff Jesus. All right, moving on.
Yes.
Real quick, you heard that China purchased farmland in North Dakota? A lot of farmland too.
No, I didn't.
See, China, man, they making moves.
Damn it! Are you serious? I did not know this. What's on the land? What they? Is this how it begins?
They start their farming. Yeah. Because there's like word like where China asked like farmers in America to send over the poultry, like the chicken and stuff over there, and then they would, modify it and then send the chicken back.
So beefed up chicken.
Yeah,
And...
so they send them back up like more juicy. I was like, don't that cost a lot of money, to do
I would
stuff
assume,
like that?
yeah.
'Cause
You got travel expenses and shit, and
put them on a one-way, two-way round trip over the
round trip
seas.
ticket to China.
Yeah, but now they're getting their claws in the U.S. land,
Dude, I'm not surprised. They're doing it in Africa, and they're doing it in America now.
and it's being allowed.
Because
Who lives in North Dakota?
look, there's a lot of we live in a government of sellouts. If people don't realize this at this point, this
Forced. I think they're forced.
government will sell us out. I think it's like greed. I guarantee the United States government's probably get a cut of whatever the hell fee they probably making them pay. Like, hey, we'll let you park your shit here on American soil, but you got to pay like a tax fee on the land or something. They probably just charging them. As long as they make that damn money, but they probably don't even see what the hell China's doing.
Yeah, they're like, what are you growing? What else? Drugs.
None of your business. That's what China's like.
Come on,
Mind your business. The property line's right there.
we're trying to control the drugs here. Cleaning up.
Trying to be like, oh, why don't y'all mind your business? This is our land now.
Speaking of drugs, a cop seized over 140 pounds of fentanyl, enough to kill 25 million people,
Damn.
in a car that was heading towards Denver, Colorado. Wow, though.
It's about to turn up.
Shit, 140 pounds of fentanyl can kill 25 million people. And this is all in one car.
That is easily a genocide. Damn.
Well, I'm glad they got his ass off the street.
That car was probably driving like this. just on back tires.
He was probably shaking the whole
He
time.
really
Because he's like, one wrong move, he could die
Dude,
right there.
that's it. That's it. 10 and 2 on that motherfucker. Like,
I know, right?
hold on.
Imagine a dog, jumps in the car, just tears up the bag of fentanyl.
Everybody dead.
Everybody dead.
Just flip the car over at that point. It was like,
It wouldn't even be a story because all the cops were arrived on scene dead.
dead. As soon as they walk through,
Locked out.
Oh, okay. I got a story right here. This is not a funny story though.
Oh, man.
It's not. It's a sad story. But it's a continuation of a story that happened last week or the week before with the South African nightclub.
Oh.
So
Update.
there was an update to this story. So apparently, they had interviewed some eyewitnesses that was inside the club when it happened, when all the shit went down. If anybody's not familiar with the story, let me take it back. In South Africa, at this nightclub, what was it? 21 kids died in the nightclub. Cops were saying like, it's like a huge hangout spot for underage kids, and a lot of underage drinking happens there, and they probably overdrank themselves and they died. Right. Mm-hmm. That's the story that the cops were running out with, and I thought it was kind of weird that underage drinking, but 22 kids are dead. So then they started going more into it, and apparently one of the eyewitnesses was saying that was there, who was like this 22-year-old, right? He said he was inside the club, right, and he was ordering drinks, and then he said doors around them, like, well, guess when people were leaving, the doors were like stuck or barricaded.
Oh shit!
And he said like gas started leaking into the room, and then he said it might have been tear gas, a pepper spray, but somebody barricaded him in that place and turned some gas on,
or probably Nazi gas.
That's why on some shit like that did cross my mind when I was reading the story.
Where the gas?
He said this is what he said. He's like, when suddenly the doors were closed and some type of chemical agent was released into the air.
Damn, that shit was intended.
Yeah. So what the cops were saying, like, oh no, it was over, like, underage drinking and they took it too far. Just I wouldn't say like, no, they think they might have pumped the gas into the building. Maybe because this is my theory on this. I feel like the cops were saying like, this is the same spot. You know what? These kids are always hanging out here. We're gonna just lock the doors and shoot some tear gas in there and teach them a lesson. But they wound up killing like 22 kids doing that, trying to teach this lesson. And I think they might be trying to cover this shit up now. That's just me. That's just my take on it. I don't. They was doing it. I don't think the cops intended to kill people, but their story of what they said probably happened is not matching up to what the eyewitness said. So
makes sense. They were trying to teach them a lesson that backfired.
It was like, oh shit, we killed the fucking kids.
Hey, did you look up like this shit? Like if you have it in closed doors, like they can actually kill people. The cop was like, man, what I look like Wikipedia, like looking up that shit on Google.
Man, I can't read. And then, hey,
damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah, so that story's still developing. It's not really much coming out of that, but yeah, when I read this, I was like, it's got to be a part 2.
Sable said, "Listen, it is hard on Whitey in South Africa. Is it?" Katie says,
yes and no. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it, but he's got a point.
She says, I don't understand how that's even possible to sell land to foreigners. Yeah, I don't even know either.
Yeah, I or at least maybe lease it out. Because I remember, I know Shell Shock, he was on this deployment with me one time where Russia owned the base that me and Shell Shock was at. Russia owned the land, and every time an American plane landed on the base, America had to pay $100,000.
Damn.
Every single time. So it's like as a fee that you would put on other people that land in your country. So I don't know if they maybe have sold the land in China, but they're probably making them pay a fee to land or something, if anything else.
Yeah, it was in an article. I don't know how real the article is, but they did say like they're concerned about like the security issues and security risks with what happened, like if they actually bought that land. And I was like, man, if they say they bought that land, I think they got that land.
Yeah.
That's not even North Dakota no more. That's North China, U.S.
In the U.S. now.
Yeah. So we got a piece of China here in America.
There we go. A little piece of China.
At least get some like real Chinese food here, though. You know, like if they're gonna do it.
Savo says unemployment and homelessness are for whites in South Africa is through the roof. Yeah, so that's a very weird situation. I didn't know about the unemployment or the homelessness of white people in South Africa. I know the government was trying to push white people out of South Africa because the government is primarily black, and they're basically saying, hey, white folks, you took over this land, and now we're kicking you guys up out of here, and we're taking our land back. And it created like a huge rift some years ago. I didn't know if it was still going on.
Long story short, China ended up taking over Africa.
And China's taking up and meanwhile, China's like moving in somewhere else. I'm like,
China with the excavators and shit. They're like, we can't fight that. They have too much money, too much equipment, too much everything. They're overpowered now. All right, moving on. So did you hear that story? It happened like in March, but the story just came out a few weeks ago about the rocket that hit the moon. One rocket, but it created 2 craters on the moon, and no country is taking responsibility for it. So nobody knows. Officially, nobody knows who sent up the missile over there.
And was it supposed to be on accident, or just like done on purpose to?
They don't know. But it's like, holy shit! So one missile hit the moon, It made 2 craters, and even NASA was like, oh, we don't know who did it. And then no country's taking responsibility. China's like, nope, that's not us. Russia's like, oh no, we're kind of busy. So they don't know who did it. So my conclusion is that I think a bunch of rednecks,
It's like
a bunch of rednecks did it. They know rocket science now.
That they perfected it in their backyard, and
They're like, you guys want to see me hit the moon? It's like, man, only NASA can hit that moon. It's like, bet.
he's like,
Launch this shit up.
y'all want to see me hit the moon? Give me that PBR, and then just launch off.
Get the camera out. Let's see if we can confirm this. And then they don't have like a camera that can go that far. It's like, fuck it. Later, like NASA's like, what the fuck is this shit?
Oh shit!
So, fuck.
What technologically advanced country sent this? It's like,
Who
no.
the fuck launched this missile? They start calling up the countries and shit.
They're like, we didn't do it, and they really didn't. Like you said.
Hey, yo, Kim Jong-un.
I didn't hear about this story, man. They must have been somebody trying to cover this shit up, or what? This is.
I don't know. But it happened in March, actually.
Oh.
Yeah. And then recently they just released a story to the public, and then I was like, whoa, that's something weird. Knowing that nobody's taking responsibility for a missile that's launched from here to the moon. So if somebody has that type of technology that's not tied into like, any government or any country or whatever, that means the people have some type of power.
Yeah, for sure.
That or is somebody in the military played around.
Just fucked around.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just fucked around.
Wow. I don't know.
I got a story. Oh yeah, so let's talk about this. Ghislaine Maxwell sentenced 20 years of prison.
Ghislaine?
Was it R. Kelly got 30 years? Do you think those are appropriate amount of years that she should have got for her, like for all the shit she's done?
I think she should get death. Along with R. Kelly too. Kill both of them. Fuck that shit. Don't matter what.
Get him up out of here. We ain't got time for this.
You play around like that.
R. Kelly.
Well, maybe you should go a little lighter on R. Kelly. I think because there's like, I don't think he was messing with young people.
Yeah, like children.
Like, I think he was just a horny ass dude. Like he was just the one like he did do bad shit. Hey, don't get me for that. Like, but his not like Ghislaine. She did it in an evil way where they kidnap people and then deliver them to like rich people, and then she probably did some crazy shit too. Like R. Kelly wasn't doing it. R. Kelly was the one that's enjoying it.
Yeah, his was like, this is for me, but
his is like a personal shit.
Yeah, and for her was, because I agree. I think she should got more years than him because she was going out recruiting and actually scouting. And she was
the one making their lives miserable.
Again, I don't know. Fucking R. Kelly was doing some stupid shit too.
Yeah, he should die too. Then,
but I see what you're saying. But he was doing it for him. But they had like a whole system. Their connects were way bigger than just R. Kelly.
Yeah, Ghislaine, her shit is more like worldwide.
Like, yes, worldwide shit. Yeah, so it was a whole system.
It was more organized where they actually got a whole shit going on, a whole system.
I think she did a lot more than that shit too. We just only know what they agreed to bring up in court.
She's the one that created the system to allow R. Kelly to acquire these young people.
And you know the crazy thing is too,
he did that.
And I don't care what anybody says. I think between her and Epstein, I think honestly, I think she's more of a worse person because she was a woman that was going out there recruiting other women to appease other men. Like that makes you a little bit more worse than the guy sitting back waiting, I guess, for these women to arrive. You're tricking women. You're saying, y'all all women. What the fuck? Like,
Sable says he should get over she should get over 100 years. Oh yeah, Sable met R. Kelly. Sable met a lot of like famous people.
What?
He worked in that shit. Sable says lock him up forever. Have all the R. Kelly albums. Yeah, lock him up. Like, keep him there. I mean, Amazon and Spotify still play all the R. Kelly bangers.
They still got him on there?
We still run that on karaoke,
I did sing that like a month ago, though. I ain't gonna lie. I did sing R. Kelly a month ago, so that's true.
Wait, you saw him?
No, I sung him.
You saw him in jail?
I sung.
You sung.
I Believe I Could Fly in karaoke.
Yeah, you got some bangers, man. Like, you can't deny the art.
Oh, I can't find my fucking story.
Like Michael Jackson, You know Michael Jackson was ahead of everybody. He was ahead of the curve,
With what?
Like with everything, like with COVID and shit. Like he was wearing the mask before it was popular. Like,
oh man, with
back in the early-
with the glitter on it.
yeah, and he wasn't even sick.
What?
He was just covering up his nose or whatever.
What if R. Kelly came? Well, not R. Kelly. Well, I was about to say, what if Michael Jackson came back from an alternate? Like he came back from the future. Be like, that's why he's still wearing a mask because COVID already happened there.
Damn, and he just forgot to take it off.
He's like, oh shit, oh shit,
My bad.
my bad.
And then like he was already like touching kids before like the whole Epstein thing came out. You know, like this dude was on like pedo.
You know what?
He would,
I don't believe Michael Jackson did that shit. I do not.
Oh man,
I really don't. I'm actually Team Michael on this one.
you ever heard the story like what
Michael.
they found like these weird ass diaries in his house and shit?
Planted. The FBI planted. I'm a huge Michael fan. I can't go on this one. I'm a huge Michael fan. I just think he's like a really nice guy, and people try to take advantage of him. Families like it also to me I always felt like how low people will really go to put their kids in a situation just to say that an adult did something to them so they can get a payout. It really questions the
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know the
it's
truth.
fucking sick people out there.
I don't know him.
Michael should never been having them kids spend the night. That's for damn sure. I ain't taking nothing away from that. Like I ain't sleeping on bed with no kids.
But that's Michael.
That's Michael. That's just who he is, man.
If I was a kid, I'd be like,
He used to own a monkey, folks. Let's get this.
can I sleep in your bed? Please say yes.
Please scoot over. Like, scoot over.
Don't gotta ask twice.
That's ignorant.
Pants down like, oh God.
Wow, that's just escalated fast.
Slow down.
Oh, I was trying to find this.
Katie says Aaliyah was 15 when he illegally married her.
Yes. Yes.
Aaliyah got some bangers too, man.
She married R. Kelly when he was 25 and she was 15, I think. And you can point your finger at Aaliyah's family too because it seemed like they knew of the age difference and it was basically kind of just gave her away. Like, hey, we get some money out of it. So I think R. Kelly gave them money too.
That's when he made that song, The Age Ain't Nothing.
Yeah, I think that's definitely for her.
Yeah, I don't know the title. Yeah.
That is it. Right now, he a piece of shit too. Don't let his ass out. I heard he's been singing a lot in prison though. Like he's been doing like a talent show. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
I heard he's been singing his ass off.
I saw this one thing where like where they did like the live Instagram, but then he sang a song to like a girl on Instagram on her birthday and shit.
What?
Yeah. You know, 'cause I mean, what else can he do in there?
Oh yeah, he can't do shit else really. Yeah, you're right.
Hitting all the notes, you know, in his little 4x4.
I'm trying to find my other fucking news.
I gotta take a leak while you find that.
Yes, please.
Be right back, guys. And we're back.
It's to be like water.
Let's get to the chat real quick before you do your story. Sable says 4th of July mass shooting / murder.
Oh yeah, that shit. Did you hear about it yesterday?
I saw it all over Yahoo.
I remember hearing about it around maybe noonish yesterday. I just got to my parents' house and I was seeing shit pop up on Twitter. People were saying about like 4th of July something, and then I was like, okay, whatever. I thought it was just like internet people just going at it, throwing shots at each other. I didn't realize there was a fucking mass shooting that went down that morning or some shit, which is horrifying. It's like I have this thing now because mass shootings are starting to bother me so much that if I go grocery shopping, I don't want anybody else to go with me in case some shit pops off. Like I just need to worry about myself getting out there because I'm not trying to worry about trying to help anybody else get out. To say like, some shit pops off in the grocery store, I need to worry about me for the most part.
Damn, I never think like that.
My brain's always like this.
Like I never think I'm gonna die in a grocery store.
That's what we living in because I'll be on ready. I'll be on ready.
Damn. That's a hard life.
It is. It fucks with your mind, but I'm always on ready. Because even if I hear like a gunshot and I'm like, oh shit, what am I do? Say if I'm in an aisle of like knives, I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm trying to escape, but if I have to, I'm going to fight. But
And then if you stab him, you're going to go to jail too.
I know.
It's crazy, right?
Fuck this.
The rules.
Just got to get shot in the face, I guess.
Silly rules.
But yeah, no, so the situation was, the 4th of July thing was crazy. Can't remember the kid's name or whatever, but what the situation is, he, from my understanding of the story, he dressed up as a female, went up to a roof, I guess in disguise. He walked amongst the crowd dressed up as a chick, went up to a rooftop and started shooting from the rooftop at the crowd or whatever. And
Was it a white guy?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think he was. I think he was pretty. Yeah. I was about to say Hispanic, but I'm not sure. But but I saw his uncle. His uncle white, so I guess he white. I don't. He had tattoos on his face. I don't know, but yeah, we'll go with the white guy. But he ran up on the roof, and he shot from the rooftops. And then after he shot from the rooftops, he changed his clothes again, went to the crowd like Jason Bourne, and then got in a car, drove off, got in his mom's car, took his mom's car, and then when after he was driving down the street, that's when the cops caught his ass, and they put his ass like in cuffs and shit. Obviously, like get on the ground. He got out, surrendered. Deal's done. He's been playing this shit for weeks. Same old shit we hear all the fucking time in this country. This ain't nothing new. I'm surprised somebody had the balls to do this on 4th of July. Like, holy shit. Like, we've been doing enough already this year. But, yeah, so they got his ass alive. I think they have him in court. Like, they had him in court earlier, asking him questions. What the hell happened?
They made me do it.
Some pictures was like going around online showing that he was like a Trump supporter too, all this other stuff. And then he put out like a damn rap video. Which I was
gonna put the politics in there.
Well, because they showed
more people mad.
But I think that is.
Let's just add this to it.
Because I guess so. They showed him at like a Trump supporter rally, but then they also. The stranger thing was I haven't got a chance to look it up. I only seen a clip of it, but apparently he did like a rap music video some time ago. I don't know if he's trying to be little Xanax or whatever the fuck ever. That's what he looks like to me. But I guess he was like trying to do a hip hop video that was basically talking about exactly what he was gonna do. Basically talking about killing people. So all the red flags were there. Didn't nobody say shit.
If that's a red flag, then there's a lot of people that do that same shit. So we should look at a lot of people because they all do wild stuff like that too. So I think it's kind of hard to detect it now.
Oh yeah. Because you'd be like, oh yeah, it's just a project, and then what happens is like, hindsight is 2020. But like, oh, now we can say,
yeah, because we know
the damage is already done now.
Yeah, we know people that do wild shit to where you're like, should we keep an eye on this person, whatever. But like we just don't know what's going on.
Keep one eye. But yeah, that's a crazy situation. I was watching some of the camera footage of people running for their fucking lives. It was horrifying. This stuff like this makes me not want to go out anymore.
Sable says, by the way, most people don't know, but the Pope / Vatican prays to Black Jesus / Madonna daily as their idol.
I thought they hated Madonna. I thought the Vatican hated Madonna. She was too wild from back in the 80s and 90s.
Everybody think like the Vatican is like the final word of like what's supposed to be good and bad. But the Vatican behind all that is probably the most bad.
It's like a whole nother layer to it.
Yeah, it's like, you know what's crazy? You remember that one alien footage that happened in Israel? Where they had like multiple cameras, right? Mm-hmm. Recording like what's that famous building in Israel?
Oh, and
the Golden Dome thing.
Fuck, I know what you're talking about.
Well, the famous footage was like the UFO went right on top of that building.
Mm-hmm.
Like it went straight down and stopped right on top of the building, and then it flashed and then took off.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that. That was a lot over there.
There was multiple different people that caught that on camera, and that shit was completely real.
I remember seeing that.
Yeah, that was a good footage.
I do remember seeing that shit. I think you showed it to me, to be honest.
Yeah, I'll be on that.
Oh, do you hear about this one? Nigerian couple charged with plotting to get child to UK to harvest organs.
Damn.
And now, mind you, this wasn't just like a regular Nigerian citizen living in the UK. He was a fucking senator. He's a public servant. This man was a senator. Him and his wife, they caught some connects or whatever, and they was trying to get a 15-year-old boy brought to the United Kingdom to harvest his organs. For what? I don't know. The husband is 60 years old and the wife is 55. They're both charged with conspiracy to arrange travel of another person with a view of exploitation, namely organ harvesting. What? An actual politician just bring me the child. Now this is not that this is new, but now we see it. Now this is like news. This is new stuff. This ain't conspiracies now. This is new shit.
He probably has that special organ where it was just him.
I need a 15-year-old boy stat. Like, get him. Yeah. Can you get him to the UK?
That shit is big in China. Like the organ harvesting and organ selling and stuff. Like, there's like something where they can sign like a contract to where they can get your organs out if you like, let's say you owe money to somebody.
Oh, that's like the movie. What's that? Repo Man. Repo Man's kind of like that. Where
or that other Asian movie where let's say you take a loan out and then you put it against one of your organs. Right, like, okay, I need like 20K, and then you put it against like one of your whatever your kidneys and shit. It's like, oh, you can't pay $20,000 by so and so date. We can actually go to your house and take that shit out of your body.
We're taking it.
Yeah. That shit's big business, man.
Oh. Now you got politicians popping up on the radar now doing it. Now it's no longer conspiracy. This shit legit has happened.
It was never conspiracy. It was real.
It was
the whole
never
time.
conspiracy.
But the people that talked about, they're crazy, and they're in the mental hospital now.
Yeah, they.
You guys gonna let me out now? Nope, you're already fucked up. Because once you get into the mental hospital, right? They actually make you crazy.
Oh yeah, I always heard stories where if you're not crazy when you go to the mental hospital, you will be once you get in there. Like it's worse. This is
with all the pills that they pump in you. Like, yeah, you might be
real.
normal now, but when you go in there, that's when you get real crazy.
There was this video I watched. Oh my god, it might be a couple years now, but he talked about how this one guy who he wasn't like a serial killer, but he did murder some. He murdered some people, but I don't think it's like full serial killer level. But he was going for the insanity plea. This is like back in the day. I think like the early 1900s or some shit. Maybe a little bit more than that.
And they lighten up the sentence.
And yeah, he was like, I'm insane, and then they didn't let him go to prison. Instead of going to prison, they put him like, okay, you know what? You are crazy. We're gonna put you like in a psych ward.
But he was just a good actor.
And he was just a good actor. Like he was faking that shit the whole time. But then when he got put in there,
he went real crazy. He
started going crazy. He realized it's starting to bother him, and he was trying to get out.
Ooh.
But they say like that's what they always try to tell like a lot of people that's trying to get the insanity plea. They're like, look, it's not much of a cakewalk as you think it is. It's like it's actually worse than prison. You're gonna be a damn zombie in there. You don't do this. Like they always try to tell prisoners don't try to go for the sanity plea because it's actually way worse than just doing time in prison. And he was one of the people that made a mistake, and he can never get out because now you crazy.
Now he's stuck in his head. Sable says AB negative. Oh, Sable's AB negative. Mark that down, guys. Put that in your little notepads if you wanna, run up on Sable one day. Just playing. Don't do that.
I know you.
Don't do that. No. Katie is O negative. Where's my money? I think I'm a B positive. And I got special blood. I have baby blood.
I think I'm AB positive. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Good thing Bob's not here because she'll fight me about my baby blood story.
Why? What would she say?
Oh, you forgot about that? Remember, she's like, you don't got no special baby
blood.
Oh,
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I do.
You just don't get it.
You peasant. With your peasant blood.
You never did believe in me.
Trying to tell me how. Oh shit,
Bob
she's in
here.
Bob's
in the chat. Hey, Bob.
Damn.
How long have you been here?
But it's true. I have infant blood that can be, useful to babies. Moving on from mental. Well, speaking of mental patients, right? Bob came on the right time.
For real.
So speaking of mental patients, did you know that like people who are in love, right? They have the same wave pattern as like somebody who's like has a mental condition.
Yes, I've heard that before a long time ago. It's like it's similar.
It's similar. Because if you think
logic goes out the window.
Yeah, logic is out the window. They would kill for love. They would steal for love. Yeah. They would do stuff like they'll be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Obsessed. Like weird shit comes out of it,
right? They suck dick for love. They do whatever, Because when they're in love, it's almost like they have some type of weird mental condition.
Yeah, I can see it. Because I imagine like all the stories we've heard of like, if you ever leave me, I'll kill you because I can't stand to see you with somebody else.
Because I'm so in love
with you. And then they fucking do it. And sometimes they kill the whole family.
Yeah.
Like love is very, very fine line of.
It's a mental condition.
Yeah. I'm going through it right now, but I see I'm like, this is.
If you're in a relationship, right? And you don't get cut not one time, she or he is probably not in love with you. You gotta get cut at least a couple times,
As in
like get cut with a knife, like get stabbed or something.
That's when their love is real.
Like if you ain't getting stabbed in a relationship, it might not be real. The love might not be real, dude. You need to, go to like a family reunion with bruises
and say that you fell.
If you don't have bruises, everything looks perfect. Then maybe you guys are not even in love.
For you.
Yeah, that's why like these people, they do crazy shit. Sometimes they go out their way and not only stab them, but they destroy all their clothes, like cut up their jeans.
Oh yeah,
ain't that right, Bob? Because Bob was in love back then, Yeah, Jeremy, he got a lot of jeans that were torn up.
Torn up?
Yeah, I can say the story now because it's a long time.
Oh, Bob says, computer throw. What?
Yeah, she took his whole computer and slammed it, dude.
I didn't know you was that strong, Bob. Now I'm scared of you. What?
It's like, you did what? Slam. I don't know the whole story, but I just know I heard she took the computer and she just tossed it.
And that's real love?
Yeah.
They say, look.
All his jeans, like all his good jeans too, vintage from Goodwill and
Bob
stuff.
says, Bob in the chat, she says she didn't destroy his clothes.
Oh, I thought you were like cutting up his jeans, vintage jeans.
Katie Long says you should have. Katie, we don't even know the story. We don't. Why are we getting all waiting there? Like, we getting?
I walked in. I was like, "Where are all these clothes coming from? You guys about to sell this to Red Robin or what's that shit? Rainbow clothes? Wherever they sell
Rainbow
Plato's Closets.
Rainbow, I think it's Rainbow. Play-Doh Closet. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Or Goodwill.
Katie says you should have. This is not waiting to exhale. You can't be just destroying a man's shit.
But yeah, like if their relationship is just too fucking normal, there's no violence, it's probably not real love.
What if they stay together forever, even though there's no real violence?
It's fake the whole time.
it's faked it for like 50 years, yeah.
Yeah, but they die on the inside. Because they're like, what?
They weren't really themselves the whole time?
We played it safe the whole time and we died on the inside the whole time.
I could never be myself.
That's when that's all like relationships when they hit that plateau, right? Where they just don't know anymore.
Mm.
That's when wild shit happen. It tests that shit, you know?
I know.
How far would you go before you get stabbed?
I don't know.
If you get stabbed, like, oh, okay.
We made it.
She really liked me then.
We made it. Can you take me to the hospital, babe?
She's really in love. And you're like dying and shit.
Babe, my guts is falling out. Can you take me to the hospital? Stab me in the belly button.
You slit my throat a little too deep. I don't think I'm going to make it this time.
But I know you love me. trying to hold that shit in.
I can't believe you shot me in the head and I'm still talking.
I think it's because our love is keeping me alive.
Our love is so strong.
I love it so strong.
He got shot twice in the head, still alive. So
as long as you keep loving me, I can't die.
I told him I love him.
He just won't fucking die now. So annoying.
Man, love is dangerous.
It is, man. Love is scary though.
Because the bystanders can get hurt too. You know, like
dude, you could be innocent bystander just walking past, get hit by toxic love.
Family getting wiped out. Katie says, "I know Bob is justified. I don't need the story." She got her. She says, "I got them razor blades and lemon juice on stand." Damn, lemon juice.
Oh my god,
make that shit burn too.
Man, you trying to torture somebody?
But yeah. If you're in love, it's something like a mental condition, like because you start to think like, what are you doing, like you know?
Yeah, because even I've noticed myself and
like my brother too.
Really?
Man, before you do your story, like he flew half across around the world just to meet his wife, far as shit, and this is some shit he would never do.
But love,
but
man.
he was in love.
Hey, I feel it. Hey,
he was in love.
I feel like because there's times too where like I'm noticing how I am. And how I am in love right now, that how I react to stuff now is just that I'm like, this is almost out of character for me, but it's not. It's like something I've always wanted to be with somebody like this. So I'm noticing like,
would you stab her though? Like if she was out of line?
No, hell no, man. I ain't trying to look.
Hey, watch your next move. Tread lightly. And then you like show the knife blade.
Look, I love you so much.
Tread lightly.
God, I love you so much. I want to kill you. Like, what?
Sable says, I dated a woman who had just got out for stabbing her husband to death. Holy shit. And you dated her? Blind date for my sister. What? Okay, so you went on a blind date.
She was hot.
You went on a blind date with a female that stabbed her husband, but you didn't know, right? You didn't know that she stabbed her. That's why you still went on the date, right?
Because you didn't know? Because you didn't know?
Yeah, because he said the blind date was from his sister. So
he didn't know about the stab.
He didn't know that she stabbed her husband.
Sable said she was hot and he hit, so.
Oh, so he did not know. See, so Sable was still a normal guy.
Okay. It'd be different if you knew and then went into it like,
yeah,
I knew she murdered.
That means Sable got some type of weird murder kink or some shit. Violent shit.
Like, oh, it took me harder.
Now, how did you stab him? A whisper in his ear and shit. While he's getting his toes massaged. Like some weird shit like that. Some super off the wall. Like they haven't made like the category at Pornhub yet, or
I don't know what you even call it. Feet.
I don't know, like
feet fiasco. I don't know what you would call it.
murder porn.
Oh man. Sable says she told me the next morning while I'm making eggs.
Damn.
I was scared, but I hit. Yo, how are the eggs too? Are they good?
I bet they were
Bomb ass
deadly
eggs.
good.
Okay, I got a story right here. This is not funny, and it was. Damn it. Okay,
Run it.
I got a story. I wanted to do this story last week and I forgot.
Don't get stabbed.
Okay, so oh yeah, it says slain LAPD officer was beaten in training, meant to simulate a mob. Mother claims. All right, this story was like funny and sad at the same time because it's kind of like, what the hell? Okay, so LAPD officers, right? This 32-year-old LAPD cop suffered from like a neck injury and a head injury because over at the LAPD, they were doing like a mock protest, right? I've done it before when I was in the military, back when I was military police. Basically how it is like you as a police officer, you're there and you either have people from around the community, they either volunteer to be protesters, fake protesters, and you can get some other cops that you work with too. They can also participate as fake protesters. But it's basically supposed to be a cop's response to protesters, and you have to read the crowd's aggression, you have to work accordingly, this, that, and the third, right? So LAPD is running through a mock protest, and apparently they roughed up one of the protesters too badly, but the protester was actually an off-duty cop that volunteered, and they killed him.
Oh, I heard about this.
Yeah, they like cracked his damn head open and all this other stuff. It was crazy. They beat the shit out of him. Yeah, because I guess when he did autopsy on his body, they was like, oh man, he got like a neck injury and they basically beat him to death.
What kind of mock trial bullshit is this?
And that's what some people were saying, like, hey, are these cops all like this with regular people, or how is this? Are they being too aggressive? So it kind of puts this whole situation in a microscope. I get like the whole term of like, what do you say, like, play how you practice and practice how you play type thing. Like, there's always maintain that same, balance. But fucking holy shit, this is like one of the strangest stories I heard like recently of what happened. Like,
yeah, because it was all fake, right? It was just
just fake protests, like
a demonstration.
It was supposed to be like a fake like protest, and the cops know it's fake as well. The cops are supposed to respond to. There's usually like some kind of like person that's in charge of the protest, like, okay, protesters, take a step forward and kind of be aggressive towards the cops and see how the cops react to it. Like there's like a director type person over.
Oh, too aggressive.
Okay, getting too aggressive.
Oh, he snapped his neck.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like somebody overwatching and all that. And,
what the hell?
Or at least somebody directing the crowd to do something, but it seems like the cops got too excited and fucking straight up killed this dude. Young guy too, man, and shit.
Ay. Shell Shock says sounds more like a hazing that went wrong, and they blamed it on training.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what you take away from it is?
I would think, like, when they do those hazing things, like
takes it too far.
They go
for sure. Yeah.
A bit too far.
I didn't even think of it like that. Holy shit. Shell Shock says, oh man, that was fun. Because we used to go through that training too of like, hey, we're the police. People come around on their days off and volunteer to be fake protesters. And you just got to react accordingly to them. As long as they don't physically touch you, you gotta still maintain that balance of trying to help hold the peace.
His energy was probably off that day, where he gave up too many negative vibes, to where
he
was asking to get choked out.
Damn, man, it's probably on his day off too. I guarantee you that's on his day off, man. Who wanna get whacked on their day off? Let's fucking
Sable. There's always bring a gun,
But it was a fake protest. Well, I guess the fake cop protester could have bought a gun out.
Or a flamethrower,
Or a flamethrower, there you go. Flamethrower on a drone. Let's go. Man.
I was at work the other day, right? I was on the train, and I saw a homeless guy just dancing, like when we're about to get off the train. I was looking at him. I was like, oh, this guy got some good energy, like just dancing, shaking his tail feather, giving off good vibes. It's like, good shit, man, because everybody else was happy. But then, the mood started changing when the air starts smelling different. Because when he was shaking, he was throwing off like waves.
Shaking that funk off.
He was shaking some waves of like stuff that you can't even imagine. Because I was like, whoa, the smell started getting stronger and stronger. I was like, you just want to say, just stop dancing for a little bit. Just wait till you get off the train, then dance, because like the air is getting
kind of thick,
clouded.
It's just getting thick around here.
So the smell got so strong. I was like, I can't breathe no more. It's like somebody like took up like shit that was dried in the desert for like 12 days and just crumbled it right into like a fine mist and blew that shit all on the air, and you're just inhaling it for like, I don't know, for 5 minutes before the next stop because he's still shaking his tail feather.
Yeah, it could be. Like,
it was wild, dude.
If I was out, I'd be like, somebody making chitlins? What the hell?
I couldn't hold my breath that long. Like almost like swallowed like my own oxygen, like in a bad way.
In the worst way.
Yeah, but that's my little fun story.
Okay.
That was wild, right?
It was amazing.
That's all I got for that. But then we can start to go and talk about CERN, the history.
Oh, let's do that now.
I got like some videos on it and stuff.
Let's do it now, man.
But I'm gonna take a leak real quick. All right, guys, we're back. Hola. All right, let's get into CERN. All right, so CERN today, they started up the Hadron Collider today, and they had successful collisions of these particles.
Mm-hmm.
So now, they got all the information they need from the collision, and they're gonna study these things for a long time before they even know what it is.
Okay.
But we can go back and talk about the history of CERN.
Yes.
So CERN, like back in the 1940s, right after World War II ended, like how we were saying in so many podcasts, all the new technology came after World War II.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like an explosion of technology.
It was a big ass explosion.
They were experimenting everything from time travel to mind control to CERN.
Interdimensional travel, all types of shit.
Traveling within multiple dimensions and shit. Mm-hmm. They were doing all these crazy studies with technology because it's almost like, like somebody came here and just said, hey, look at this cool shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then they took the technology and advanced it to where it is now. Because everything happened after World War II.
Oh, straight up, man. I think a lot of it goes down to, at least as far as America is concerned, Operation Paperclip. That's when got all them Nazi scientists over here, and ain't no telling like what the hell they was.
The other weird thing, like supposedly, we won the war, but then we end up getting all the Nazi scientists working for, the American government.
With NASA, and they changed the identities and gave them new identities, and it basically hid them. Like if their scientists had like a family or whatever, like they would put them in like a witness protection program, and
they would clean up their name and everything.
Yeah.
Like that one dude, they made like a Netflix documentary on him because like he was like a neighbor of somebody who was like a Nazi soldier that killed a lot of people. He was one of the big dogs.
Okay.
And then he found out like, hey, my neighbor's like this Nazi guy the whole time. So they put him like on trial and shit. But he was like, he worked like a regular life and everything. Like here out in the States and stuff, did his own thing, didn't mess with nobody. Like his name got everything, whatever he did in his past, it all got erased. Along with like a lot of those scientists out there in Germany, like the big super smart guy that had, I wouldn't say like smart, but they had knowledge of like the technology.
Yeah.
I think that was given to them by somebody who else was like a whole lot smarter.
Well, yeah, because like a lot of them Nazis back then were hunting like all types of shit.
Weird stuff.
Weird shit. They was trying to look for even was it the Spear of Destiny, the spear that killed Jesus when he was on a
they were
crucifix. They went all types of shit they was looking for.
They went around the world searching for all these crazy ancient artifacts, and you're wondering like, why are they searching for all these weird stuff?
What are they looking for, man?
Yeah. They went to everywhere, Antarctica, searching for like weird stuff. So, they were on to something. They knew something was more greater than what we can understand, like in our physical world.
Yeah.
Like they know about like the other world or the other dimensions. They know about, maybe that's how aliens travel, like through dimensions.
Yeah.
That's why they're able to, zip in and out of our reality.
Hell yeah.
And so like back then with CERN, like when they proposed, like, the idea, like, hey, like can we build this? Like a bunch of scientists, like after World War II, like, hey, they got together and they're like, hey, let's build this like this particle collider so we can study how the universe works, how like if we can create our own Big Bang and see what can come from that, you know.
And a lot of them Nazi scientists too, like, hey guys, we know this is something we kind of thought of back in Germany during World War II, but we was kind of thinking about experimenting with trying to interdimensional travel. That's what we were trying to do for a minute, but we didn't have the finances or tech or whatever to get it. But now that we with you guys, maybe we could we're gonna give you our idea, and then maybe you guys help us build this shit.
Yeah, but I wonder how the scientists even thought of that in the first place to do the particle collider. Like, where would they get like a crazy idea from that? Like, where did the idea come from for them to even want to build a machine like that?
Yeah, I mean, well, for those who aren't familiar with the Hadron Collider, it's basically just they're trying to understand what the Big Bang, right? And they're trying to figure out, we're trying to create a smaller version of the Big Bang so we can learn about how everything all started. So I wouldn't even know who the hell.
Yeah, how would you even dream of that? An idea of to even do that in the first.
Let's restart this shit again.
Yeah, unless they were given some type of information from like something more intelligent than them, and they said, hey, like if you guys can build this machine, like you guys can actually figure out like how all this shit started, you know?
Like if you guys smash some damn particles together at light speed.
Yeah, that's not a normal thing to even come up with. Then say, hey, let's build a machine that's billions of dollars and super big, and then smash atoms. That's not even a normal thing to do.
I don't know. And so today
the scale is too big.
Yeah, it's way too big. Well, there was something they said during a live event for today that was like they wanted to describe to the audience of how precise they needed this to be. Because I think, hold on, let me look it up for a sec. Oh yeah, so the actual tunnel that they build was actually like 27 kilometers, which is like 16 miles. And
17 miles.
Oh, 17 miles. Is it 17? Okay, yeah, round it up. Yeah, 17. So it's 17 miles in the distance. But they was talking about today about how what they were trying to do is basically, if you try to think of it like on this, is that it's like trying to take like two needles that say like if you got a needle right here in America and a needle right here, say like in Africa, and you're trying to get them across the Atlantic Ocean, and you're trying to time everything just right for them to meet halfway in the middle of the ocean. It's like taking two needles doing that shit. So they had to be like mad precise doing it today.
Yeah, so they were running that shit super fast, and
they say like the particles traveled 11,000 times over 27 kilometers within a second. That's fucking insane. Just 11,000 times
just
within a second.
Just waiting for it to smash.
Just wait for at that perfect moment, like burp.
And then new reality.
We don't even know it.
Because they probably like destroy that shit so fast, where
so quick. He's like
in a blink of an eye. Yeah, then we just missed it all. But the whole reality shifted.
Yeah, that quick. And somebody so at the very end of the whole event too, they did like a bunch of questionnaires and stuff too. And some people asking like good questions, honestly. Somebody asked a question. What like the next Hadron Collider they're trying to build, because they're trying to expand on it. One person asked like, hey, what's you guys like next big feat? Like you guys are doing it at you guys doing it at 27 kilometers. What's the next big one? They're saying they talking about 91 kilometers, the next one, which is 56 miles. I think
that's
it is.
So crazy.
So they're gonna expand on this shit and try to.
Yeah. It's like, to put it in like perspective, it's like put in like 4 of the Hadron Colliders now, that's 17 miles in diameter, into like the new one, like 4 of those guys combined into the new big one.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
And
what's crazy about like this whole shit is like the whole idea for Cern, the Hadron Collider, is to discover the Higgs boson. You know, that little God particle. And they did discover that like on the first official run. Yeah. Like, oh shit, we fucking found it. Like, it's real.
We got it.
It's not a story no more. It's not a myth. You know, like there's the Higgs boson.
We did it. And
they found it.
Let's move on.
Now they're like building it like even stronger. Even like from like the last 4 years that they did the last run, they're like, all right, this is like cool shit, but we need to upgrade.
Yeah.
We need to upgrade. And then 4 years later, today, they did the next run, the third run. So they're saying like for them to get funding for the new Large Hadron Collider, it depends on what they find on this run. Like if it's worth them investing like $20 billion.
So off of this run that you just did today.
This run, like they have to prove to whoever funding
some donor or whatever, that
let's say like, hey, could you prove to us that you can actually create this portal on demand by using an Apple app? Like, yeah, you know, trying to make it simple.
Yeah, you got
like,
to. You got to break it down.
I can't. Yeah, could we use it from an app? Like,
like if I just want like, if I get sick of my wife, I just want to open a portal and walk through. Can we just?
Like, if you can do that, then we will fund your next large Hadron Collider.
Can I do some Rick and Morty shit? Just open up a portal and just walk the hell up out of here.
On demand, like
On
just
demand.
opening up portals. Like if you can prove to like the people that hold all that money, then like, all right, here's the money. Have fun. Go do your next adventure.
Take all the time you need. But hurry,
then,
but hurry up. Like,
then meanwhile, right, the whole time, the scientists, what they were trying to do the whole time was create like a portal big enough to where they can bring all their people home to their new Earth.
So you think they're trying to help us?
They weren't trying to get off the planet. They were trying to bring their people here the whole time.
Open up the gateway.
The whole time they were trying to bring them here, man.
So now we got to get ready for them. they already got it. If they get the funding, shit. Damn.
Yeah. So they got the proof, like, all right, yeah, we can open up a portal. Give us the money.
It's also kind of cool too how this came out around the same time Stranger Things came out this weekend too, which I have not watched yet. I'm gonna start watching when I get home.
I thought you finished it.
No. I watched Umbrella Academy.
Stranger Things 4 season 4.
They got like 2 more episodes left. They just dropped them. One is an hour and a half, and the other one's 2.5 hours.
What? I thought it was over.
No, man, no, they got 2 more. What? They just came out.
I thought it ended already.
No, they like
8 episodes, right?
No, it's 10. They got 9 and 10. They have 2 more. It came out last week.
Well,
yeah, see,
they didn't tell me.
Katie Long says Stranger Things is the shit. I heard this season, the last 2 episodes are a bomb. I'm kind of hyped to see it when I go home.
When did it come out? Like recently?
Like last Thursday or Friday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why didn't my TV tell me?
TV's like, this ain't supposed to be happening right now. No, because they split the 4th season up in 2 parts.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a different type of storytelling now.
Bob says she don't have the urge to watch it.
What? You burnt out by it?
She's probably watching all these other... Oh, she's watching Stargate right now.
Oh, Stargate's too advanced.
I was like, what? I was like, what season are you on? She's like, season 8. I was like, what the fuck? She went past me, dude.
Stranger Things is cool, but Stargate is like next level shit.
Stargate has like a lot of like little gems in there, man.
Damn, I need to get on that. I've watched like scattered episodes, but I've never watched the full season.
Bob said it's good. Katie says, starting a generation of kids that don't believe that World War II even happened. Is that a thing? Like the kids now, they don't know about World War II?
I don't know. I know kids are learning about 9/11 in school, which makes me feel old as fuck.
What the hell are kids even learning about, really, you know?
Probably from YouTube and shit.
Since they have access to the whole internet, like what?
Does this make school obsolete?
What the hell?
Can it?
Yeah, what the stuff they're learning in school is old age shit, dude.
Yeah, it's
Can you really teach them?
it seems like school's designed to like teach you how to go to college. Then like the end.
Yeah, it's designed to keep you working for the system.
It's like
keep the motors running, you know.
Like, oh, you guys want sex head? Sorry, we're getting rid of that shit too. So you can't even sew anymore.
Just click on the Pornhub link.
Just click on that browser's link and don't even worry about it. No, but so they smashed some shits together together today with them particles. Says it comes 10 years after groundbreaking research presented by Higgs boson. To be continued on when they're going to start this up again. Like I said, I didn't even know about hey, this is all hinges on if they impress their donors.
Yeah, it depends on what they find in today's collision.
I did find it weird how, maybe it's just me, just watching them. I'm like, damn, everybody, like we talked about earlier, everyone is extra happy. And like in every setting,
they know they're not gonna die. Because they're like, can we really? Do we even die at all?
This is just one phase of life.
No one ever really dies, man.
Oh shit! Yeah, if you haven't seen it, like watch how these people are at the laboratory or whatever. They're very chill. I'd have got the hell up out of there and went home. Be with my family before they flip that switch. But But nah, so we'll see what's happening on the next one.
Yeah, I remember when they did like the second one, right? They said like above Sweden, like after they did like the whole collision shit, Sweden has some weird cloud formations mixed with like a storm. I wish I would have got the picture, but it looks fucking sci-fi as shit. And they were wondering like if CERN had anything to do with it. But what's crazy about CERN, we're gonna get to a weird part about CERN. You know, in the past, how CERN is a place of science, right? Mm-hmm. You wouldn't imagine like weird shit going on over there.
Oh yeah.
But did you hear the story about CERN, right? Where they had like it looks like a sacrifice where they had these guys walking in. The first entrance of CERN is like the legit CERN place.
It's like a courtyard.
The courtyard, and they had people like wearing like the hooded.
Oh yeah,
like in the monk outfit, and then it did like they said it was like fake sacrifice. Yeah, but I got a video.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen this. It's been a long time.
But check this video out, guys, real quick.
Shit's creepy.
Der Mann hinter der Kamera scheint nicht zu ahnen, was gleich passieren wird. Die mit Kutten vermummte Gruppe marschiert auf den Platz. Einer Frau wird das Gewand abgenommen, sie legt sich auf den Boden, dann sieht es danach aus, als würde sie mit einem Messer erstochen.
We must sacrifice this child to open up the portal.
Yeah, she's white with brown hair. Oh man, God. This dude's making his way downtown, walking slow.
Are they wearing sneakers?
Oh yeah.
Die Szenerie wirkt bedrohlich,
I don't remember that part.
Stabbed her right in the heart.
I don't remember that part. Holy shit.
But yeah, so that's the footage that went viral a long time ago. Yeah. And then CERN, they had to make the official, note about what happened. They said this did happen on our premise, but this is not like, it wasn't their shit. They said somebody, they broke into their facility, and then they did that ceremony on their own, but they had no responsibility for it. They
don't have no security.
That's what I'm saying. The biggest machine in the world got no security like that. And why would they do a sacrifice at a place like that? Right?
At night.
Couldn't they do it in the woods somewhere? Why they had to use a science lab with the biggest Hadron Collider? Why they had to do it there?
But that's how rituals are, though. Sometimes they don't make sense to us, but to them it may be like, we have to do it at this spot for the connection. And rituals are always kind of like specific.
Maybe it was CERN the whole time, because they did do it in front of that the Shiva statue, world destroyer, god of destruction.
Yeah.
And it looks like the perfect place to do a sacrifice. Excuse me.
It's like the only way we can open up this portal is like we gotta give some virgin blood, some shit.
Yeah,
we gotta offer somebody up.
Yeah, so there's a lot of weird things that's going on, like with CERN, the whole facility. It's not just like a science place. Like, there's a lot of weird ties that come along with it. Because it's not just, there's just smashing particles. Like, no, there's some like real, maybe demonic shit that's going on there.
No, that's
because there's like another story where the rumor is that when they launched the Hadron Collider, right, there's actually an image of what it shows. Like, it looks like a demon that's coming out of the Hadron Collider.
Oh man, that shit about to turn into doom.
Yeah, and
turn it off.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Some crazy demon face. But they say, I don't know, that could be anything. Like how you look at the clouds, you can see a demon face.
Yeah.
They're saying it's like that. Like your brain works like that.
Your brain recognizes it because that's what you see as okay, whatever.
But then like another story, like the backstory, like behind all that shit, they said that where they actually built CERN, like between the the borderline of Switzerland and the other country, I forgot what it was, but they said like there was like a god that was like killed there or some shit like that, where that god lies on like that fault line, which was the story. And they're saying they built it there on purpose to create that portal so that God can come out of that exact location.
Boom, welcome home.
This is where the conspiracy heads are like, hey, let's just make up all this crazy shit. But if you think about it, right, CERN is a place of science, but then when they hold like a ceremony, like why would they do all these crazy dances? I got a video. Check this shit out. This is a place of science. Look at them. Freaking out.
What in the stomp? What the hell?
They got the goat god.
Oh, the goat dude. Yes, I remember him from before.
This is a science place.
This is CERN, guys.
And this is their open ceremony. What does this even mean?
Don't know. This ain't for us. This ain't for us. This is for something else.
Look at the background.
Look at the eyes.
That makes no sense. You know what's crazy? They had all the people with the trumpets, you know, like creating like that.
The noise?
Like right vibrations.
The Backstreet Boys?
Wow,
I've only seen this once, but it's been so long. I forgot how crazy this was.
Look at the clock moving.
Time?
And she's just flipping out, you know? She can't.
She going through time?
They lost control of time. So,
what the?
And those big head guys, I don't know who they are, but
are they the gods?
No,
I've never seen that one before. I saw the one where they was going through the tunnel.
Yeah,
that crazy ass one. That was weird too with the goat head dude.
Yeah, that goat.
They went through like a train tunnel some years ago.
Yeah, it was like the video was super long. I just cut it into to show you the main stuff with the goat head. Like it's a weird ceremony that they did for a science lab, right? Can you imagine the science club like doing weird shit when they're just doing a regular experiment? And then
hey man, we give you funding for help out a project. We all
what's the demonic shit you guys are doing? Like this is extra credit?
We just give y'all $300,000 for a parade. Like what? This supposed to be going for like the damn.
Yeah, so like
we looking for results. We all doing.
So the whole shit is weird. That's why people talk about when they talk about Cern. It's not a normal thing. They're not just smashing shit. Like something they're doing is more. I don't know.
They're trying to bring that god here. That's all. They're trying to bring the goat god here.
Yeah, when they're so open to doing a ceremony that looks that wild, you gotta question like, why the fuck your shit looks so damn evil? It doesn't make no sense.
And why are these people investing in this? Why are these donors putting money into this? Unless they trying to get on the good side of whatever god they worship or something. I don't know. This seems it's very cult-like to me when they.
Yeah. So when I saw that, I was thinking, because I saw a long time ago, I was thinking that they already let the demon out, and now they're doing a show for the demon.
While he's in the audience chilling.
Yeah. It's like, make it good, guys. I'm out here. I'm out.
It's the anniversary. We brought you out here, so we got to do a celebration.
Yeah, like they have to do weird shit like that.
And this is basically telling the story of like how he became, like how he was whatever.
He got resurrected.
Yes. We sacrificed a woman. She got lost in time, and then brought his ass back.
Katie says, I say it's the secret dance to making that perfect tiramisu. That's how you say it?
Tiramisu?
Tiramisu?
I don't know. Tiramisu.
What is that?
Food.
Anyway?
I've heard of it. I don't know. Tiramisu. I'm black.
I was going to say something. Oh, secret dance. Yo, speaking about secret dance, you know that one dance in the OA? You ever watch the OA on the Netflix series about the girl? Like she died and then like she couldn't speak or nothing, but then she had like a past life to where like she was dead, but she was in like another dimension. And then she's told her story, and then she was actually kidnapped by like this doctor, right? Everybody thought this doctor was a cool guy, but the doctor was doing an experiment on people to where he would kill them, right, to see what they see when they died. Oh. So he would see them, so he would kill them because these people, they would come back. So he would study what happens at the death.
At the point of death.
At the point of death, like what happens to them. So what he do, right? He kidnaps these people that, like, let's say they had like a near-death experience, a NDE, right? He would kidnap these people that had these near-death experience and then put them in his lab, and he would do the study on them. So he would put like a fucking like something over the head, right? Drown them, dude. Watch them drown, watch them die, and then bring them, and then they come back to life. And then he studied them. He put them in like cages and shit. And then when I was talking about the dances, right? They would do these dances like in some perfect sequence to where they figured out this dance like through their death experience to where they can actually create like some type of like dimension to where they can hop into and escape from that reality. It's so deep.
What the hell?
Yeah, the series is so deep, and then they fucking they canned the whole series right when it was getting to like the really good part.
It was too deep for the people.
The OA is crazy, dude.
What the hell? And I feel like you told me about this before too.
Yeah, you gotta watch these shows I recommend, man. You don't watch no shows I recommend. You know who's the only person that watch every show I recommend?
Bob.
Bobby
on it.
She watch all the show I recommend.
Here's my thing though. People, everyone that like recommends me to watch a show. Like my dad asked me the other day, "Hey, you finished watching this one show? Like this one show called The Chi? You finished watching it, Chris?" I'm like, "No, not yet." But
on Showtime.
It's like it's been 2 seasons. I'm like, "Look, I got a lot of shit to watch. It's a lot."
You know what's funny? I actually watched that series.
It's good, man.
Only reason why is because I got Showtime just to watch that dude that fell from Earth. The man that fell to Earth.
Oh, you got Showtime now for okay.
Yeah, but I'm done with Showtime because the series over.
Yeah.
But then I was like, man, I have like 3 weeks left. Like, is there anything good on Showtime?
In The Shy.
So I was like, okay, let me watch The Shy. The first 2 seasons was good.
That's good, yeah.
But then, like, when they killed off that character, I was like, oh, this shit.
And I think that's where I fell off too.
Now.
And I think that's where I fell off, and I've been kind of like struggling to get back into it.
I wouldn't watch it. Like, just watch like 2 seasons, like.
And it just closes the chapter on that.
It's not. Yeah, it's not worth it.
Shell Shock says, "I'm black and I know what it is." He's talking about tiramisu, folks.
Oh.
Well, Shell Shock's half black, half white, folks. So he gets tiramisu. I don't know tiramisu like that, but I looked it up. As soon as Katie said it. It's a coffee cake. It looks delicious. So maybe I need to try it. Maybe.
Is it like one of those like English food?
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. I don't know.
Like what's it? Crumpets and stuff.
Crumpets,
little biscuits.
They don't look too bad. I don't know. I don't have a sweet tooth like that either.
I remember the name. I just never knew what it was.
Katie Long says it's Italian. Okay.
Oh, I was close. What'd I say?
Things in English.
Yeah.
Hey, so you on that side of the way, in that ballpark.
I was there.
Bob says she doesn't like it. I've never had it before. I don't have a sweet tooth either, so I don't really like desserts or sweets. If it ain't vegetables and meat, I really don't eat it. But that's just me.
What else we got on Cern before we close out?
Everyone just start documenting your everyday life, and then if something changes, just know that it was Cern that did it.
Oh wait, I got a theory.
Oh, let's hear it.
The Anunnaki theory. That the Anunnakis were like the scientists, right? And they're actually the ones that at the LHC, the Large Hadron Collider. Mm-hmm. Anunnaki scientists, they're actually working there. And they're actually the one that's calling all the shots so they can make this portal happen. And they're trying to, because they're trying to wait for technology to catch up. Because if you think about it, when they do those resets or when the world gets destroyed, right, they have to start over from scratch. Because let's say our reality right now, let's say we got destroyed and everything got flooded, everything's destroyed. How long would it take for us to get back to this point again?
So for us, I don't think we'd even realize. Will we even realize it?
Because if we took all the technology away today, right, how far would it set humanity back as far as like,
oh my god,
comparing us to like caveman people?
Oh my god, we would die.
Yeah,
as far as like taking away all the technology we have now,
we would go back to the Stone Age. Like we wouldn't make it because all we would know how to do is do the fire stuff, hunt, and then cook. But ain't nobody gonna be able to build a damn computer. It's gonna take a while. No. It's gonna take a while to get back to that point again.
Because we gotta get the minerals for and all types of shit to make the metal.
Yeah, and it's just too much different people with different knowledge. It's just gonna take too long.
We would actually have to settle for just being cavemen and try to make the best of it.
Yeah,
we would be advanced cavemen though. We would be like,
I wouldn't say advanced.
Actually, no. Let me take it back. We would die. We would not be advanced.
But for sure, like if it happens, for sure we got like a medicine guy in the group. That's me.
Just give me
like who's the medicine guy? Right here.
Guilty.
All the hunter gatherers. You know,
all you hunters just run out there in the sun all day. That's a cool job, but I heal the people.
I'm a mage. Yeah, I'll be the mage and shit. Yeah, this shit's gonna be so fucking fun too, man. Because then you
want to go back to that?
We won't be able to contact us immediately. Like the only way we can hear from you is word of mouth, like in real life.
Yeah, you want to go back to that?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know, man. I love the internet. I hate it, but I love it.
Make it happen, Cern.
How would
take us back to the Stone Age? It
would probably like, oh man.
And then I'd be like, peace out, I'm out.
You know what happened?
And you see me hanging from a tree.
If we went back to that, most people will start reading more books again.
Yeah,
because the internet is gone. It's like, okay, I need something to entertain myself. The human mind. I gotta go back to.
That's why books are gonna be so valuable.
Dude,
that's why,
dude, it's like money.
Right now, like the gold market right now, get as many book as you can.
Hoard them.
Because later, right?
When this shit goes up.
A year from now, right? A solar flare gets shot out from the sun, destroys the whole power grid of like
humanity.
America. Let's say we're the only one affected.
Which is also shit.
We're in complete darkness. And then what form of entertainment do you have besides all these computers and stuff?
The book, the
books,
imaginations.
So books become valuable, right? You can trade books for like somebody's cow. If they have a cow, you can trade a book for like, let's say you eat human. You can trade a cow for a human.
Well, I don't want to eat no human though. I can see like if
it could get that far. It could get that far fast and easy.
Yeah. You never know when you're in that situation. I guess
Humans are wild.
Eat the butt. I just want the butt cheeks. Make a butt sandwich. I don't know if I can eat anything else. But I can see it like this. I'll say like solar flare hits like Earth and then all electricity is out and shit. I feel like humanity would lose its shit over the course of like, because we will have no way to communicate with each other around the world. But like, is this just happening here in America or is it happening everywhere? Like,
we wouldn't know.
This is a show that I would recommend everybody should watch. It's called Jericho. I don't know what streaming service is on right now. It used to be on
CW.
Is it on CW?
I don't know.
It used to be on Netflix. The show called Jericho is about like the small town called Jericho, and there's like this power outage that happens in the town. And at first the town's like, okay, it's just us. But then when they start trying to venture out the town, well, the town's like beat. The town people are like, you got the typical characters in the town, like the dickhead in the town and the sweet lady, and there's a very good cast of characters. But once it's like the town gets its shit together, they start venturing further and further outside the town, and they see like a fucking plane that just crashed right there. Like, what the hell? The entire airlines just crashed. Like, we didn't even know what was going on. And when they get to the other town's like, yo, we've been out of power too, and yeah, we've been kind of like starting factions and shit. Like, but now they start realizing like the whole world's been affected, and this whole town Jericho has to hold it together. It's a damn good show. It's god damn they didn't bring that show back, but it was so good. But I can see it like that. But before Jericho, the town could get its shit together and work. There's a lot of people butting heads. People like everybody had a reason on why it happened, but nobody could get on the same page until when things relaxed, and then everybody realized like, look, this is the reality of it. We have lost everything. We need to work with each other now. Who's the vet? Who's this and this? And they start organizing. But I can see the world being like that for the most part. But we would have to come down to reality real quick. Like, this is what it is. We need to like start establishing something because this is a world without power and electricity now. We gotta.
Yeah, it could happen so easily,
dude. That's horrifying.
Like, our power grid, it's so vulnerable to attacks like that, and they never wanted to fix that shit. So that's like the big issue. Like, when I listen to the Coast to Coast Radio, they always talk about it all the time. Like, why isn't the U.S. trying to
power grids,
trying to fix their power grid, making it like not vulnerable to like a solar attack? Because if that shit happens,
or even just bad weather too,
it can just wipe out the whole shit. Then half of the U.S. would be with no power
in the dark.
Complete dark with no books because all their books are digital on Kindle and shit.
And do you mean tell me the government's gonna be able to like get control over this shit without electricity? The government's gonna be like, guys, calm down, but half the country ain't got power. So how are we gonna hear what the government trying to tell us to do?
Right, and then the people that's just shaking their ass on TikTok trying to make a video. Imagine
they done. It's a wrap.
They can't even live no more.
It's a wrap.
They can't even like dance in public because
now they gotta be strippers.
There's no cameras recording you, so you're just.
They gotta be strippers. They gotta go back to old shit.
Meanwhile,
they gotta go back to the old world shit.
The normal people is dancing, just to dance and have a good time, and they're like, "Wait, you're not being recorded." It's like, man, I just like to dance, because they didn't get the idea of like the whole dancing shit, because they feel like if you dance, you have to be recorded the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Or it doesn't make sense to dance, so they didn't get that concept. So that generation's like fucked, because like, wait, you guys dance for fun? With no cameras?
Like, with nothing? just
you guys are having fun? What is fun?
Wait, how can you have fun when nobody's watching you? Like,
there's nothing recording you, but you're still dancing? Like, explain yourself.
Explain.
Damn, that's crazy, huh? That's kind of like a little bone chilling, man.
It is. I tell you, man, when y'all get a chance, watch the show Jericho. It's one of the best shows I've ever watched. Katie Long says, I just saw some. Chris needs to pull up the plot of the show on IMDb next and read it in your movie voice. I can kind of do that. I just pulled it up too.
Isn't there like that one movie that came out? What's that shit? Black Phone?
Oh, it's a show. It's a Black Phone? No, what is that show about? What is that about?
I think it's about like the story that we covered a long time ago about the kids who got kidnapped by those people in the vans, but it's like some type of secret service.
Oh, that shit? It's supposed to be about that?
Yeah, I forgot the name, but it was like one of our most downloaded podcasts.
I do remember we talked about that shit. Damn.
It's like a cult that did that shit.
A lot of people been talking about black phone. I didn't know what it was.
It's from a cult. I forgot the name of the cult, but we did an episode on it.
Yeah,
And that shit was lit.
I'll read Jericho's shit right quick. For anybody's interested, it says, a small town in Kansas is literally left in the dark after seeing a mushroom cloud over nearby Denver, Colorado. The townspeople struggle to find answers about the blast and solutions on how to survive. Oh, that's right. So what happened was
an atom bomb?
Yeah, so what had happened was nuclear war started on Earth. That's what happened in the show. Okay. Nuclear war started, but the town didn't know about it. Like shit just popped off. Nukes flying everywhere.
Because they're kind of like off the grid?
No, there was like this established town or whatever, but a nuke landed nearby and they saw it at the town and they were like, holy shit, a nuke just landed. Oh my god, this show is fucking amazing. The more I think about it. As soon as the nuke landed, in my brain, I was like, man, if these people like don't get sick from radiation poisoning, this show sucks. But then the town was like, there's some people in the town saying like, hey, look, I know stuff about nuclear energy and nuclear fallout. We need to go inside because now we're about to have a rainstorm, and when it rains, it's gonna rain like the drops of water is gonna have radiation in it. We cannot be in the rain. So the town, everybody had to bunker down, and there's like different locations of what was going on with like different people in town and how they were all dealing with this radiation rain coming down. Once the rain passed, they try to get back to normal. But yeah, it was basically just like a nuclear war just started across the planet, and it just happened out of nowhere. But the nuclear bomb that went off sent out an EMP. That's why it shut off all the electricity. And that's why they couldn't communicate. Cars couldn't start. All types of shit. Fucking amazing show. Good show. I highly recommend it if anybody's into this.
I'll check it out if you watch my 100 show.
I gotta finish 100, man. I didn't realize it kept going.
I'll watch it if you watch my 100 show.
Oh, I got you. Let's do this.
I want you to give me like the
synopsis of
what happened on season 7.
Previously on 100.
No, like once you get into it, yeah, you should like it.
Yo, because the 100, I only watched the first 3 seasons, I want to say, and then I just fell off. I don't know why.
Yeah, I did too, but then I came back.
I didn't realize it got that powerful.
But it's good, and I have to pee so bad, so we have to close out this episode.
Sorry, guys.
Thank you, everybody. Katie says he stops reading the plot. Terrible movie phone guy.
I thought, there was more?
Yeah, he stops reading the plot, but he tells us the whole series.
Watch it. Watch it.
No, actually, the 100, it finished pretty good. It finished strong. It wasn't like no Games of Thrones shit.
I feel like it went away for a minute, and I thought it got canceled, and apparently it
no, it was a strong show. That's why it has so many seasons. Yeah.
It's probably on CWC, and I'll have to check it out then.
But yeah, we got to clock out for the night. Thank you guys for joining us for this Cern special episode and all these little funny stories we had.
Oh, yeah.
We'll catch you guys next week. Peace out. Adios.
Love you guys. See you. It's not illegal to not listen to music. It's illegal to be